Hi there, long time no see. It has been a while. I have had a lot going on in my personal life, and I've actually had something that I've taken up that I'm really loving, and it's kind of given me a bit of an idea that I want to have a slight shift in the direction that I originally thought my channel was going to take. So hopefully people will still be interested to stick around, and if not, that's okay too. If you haven't noticed by the lack of videos from me lately, I haven't been well, so I haven't had the desire to actually be filming. I'm still at the tail end of not being well, which you can probably hear from my voice, but I am on the mend, and there's probably a few other things that I will chat about in an upcoming video. Today is about something that I discovered from another YouTuber, and I will leave a link to her channel and her videos below. For anybody that hasn't heard of loom knitting, oh my god, I had my beloved Nan try to teach me to knit. I had my mum try to teach me to knit. I just hand me a pair of knitting needles and a ball of wool, and it's not a pretty sight. Gosh, I remember I tried to actually knit a scarf, and it started about that big and it ended up that big. Even my mum doesn't know how I managed to drop so many stitches. So knitting and I didn't really get along. And then I discovered loom knitting, and for anybody who hasn't heard of loom knitting yet, go and Google it and do a search on YouTube. For anybody that actually enjoys the thought of knitting but can't knit with knitting needles, you will love loom knitting. Okay, I'm going to show you my looms, and then I'm going to show you a few of the little projects that I have since done with loom knitting. Okay, these are knitting looms. Yes, they look awkward, and you're probably thinking, how on earth do you knit on these? As I said, go and do a search on YouTube, go and Google loom knitting or knitting looms, and it will open your eyes to a new way to knit. So this first one I actually grabbed from eBay. It's a 24 peg loom. It was very inexpensive, and you'll notice they come in different sizes. So as you can see, so this small one here, which is a 24 peg, is ideal for knitting babies' hats. That's ideally what I've been using it for, is for babies' hats. And then you've got the next size up. I think this is a 36 peg. Might be a 31 peg. I'd have to recount them. Toddler, teenager, and then you've got the yellow one. And these do come in different colours too. It depends on where you buy them from. So this set of 4 I actually got from my local Spotlight. So you don't only get round looms. This was actually the very first loom I bought, and I bought it from Spotlight, and this cost me $20 on its own. This one is ideal for knitting scarves. I did start knitting a scarf and then decided I didn't like how it was turning out, so I'm going to have another go at knitting some scarves at a later date. The next one that I needed was this little loom, and this is a 12 peg loom. And for a lot of the ladies, they know this as a flower loom, and this is ideal for doing babies' booties. So every loom you get will come with your hook, and they come in different sizes, different colours. I think I've got this purple one and 2 green ones, and you'll also get a darning needle. Not sure if you can actually see that. And again, they come in different colours. So this was the one that I was desperate to get hold of. Couldn't find one here in my local town at all, so I got this one off eBay as well. And then I picked up this little kit, and this is actually for making the little flowers, which I will show you in a minute, which I've got on, I believe, 2 of the headbands that I've made, little baby girl headbands. So considering I had absolutely no idea how to knit properly, stitches, casting on, casting off. Oh gosh, this has been a real eye-opener for me, and I'm now looking at hopefully buying some gorgeous knitting patterns that can be converted to being able to be done on a knitting loom. So that little thing that I held up, they're the flowers. So that's what you actually make on that little loom, and I've done, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see that one, that black one. I've actually done a number of gorgeous little girls' headbands, which are really, really easy to do. That's the one that I did. I literally whipped that up yesterday. And I'm also getting into doing handcrafted lace ribbons as well. So that's that one there. It's blown me away as to how quickly and easily I've actually taken this loom knitting up. I've got more yarn than I know what to do with now, and it's as addictive as makeup. Every time I go out somewhere now and I see balls of wool or yarn or anything that's for sale, I can't stop myself. I have to go and have a look. I just have to go and have a look. So I'll show you some of the projects that I've done. Okay, I won't show them all to you because we would be here forever. I've done gorgeous little hats like this, and these are very much for probably baby or even a really small toddler. You know, I've knitted little ones like this. I've done some gorgeous tiny little preemie. These are kind of like skull cap size. They just sit beautifully on Bubby's head. You know, they're nice and they're a very, very loose weave, so they could probably even be used in spring for newborn bubbies. I've been experimenting with lots of different stitches, which really surprises me. This is a gorgeous little hat that I did that's got a different finish on it, and I'm actually going to be looking at doing some videos just on the different stitches and the different patterns that I've been doing, and we'll be giving credit to where I found them from, just to give you an idea of what you can do. You know, some gorgeous little ones like that that's got the glitter through it. Again, I'm not sure if you can see that. The sun's glaring in through the window. And then there's also the little ones with the pom-poms, you know. Oh, and that was another thing I found, was a pom-pom maker. So I've got ones like that, you know, again with the little pom-pom on top. This one's one of my favourites. This is absolutely gorgeous. It's like a little hat with the little ear flaps, and then I just pop some little pom-poms on the end. And I did also get into making some nice toddler-sized hats. So there's that one there, and these are awesome for winter. You know, obviously here in Australia where I live, we don't get snow in winter, so it's not what I would consider to be bitterly cold here, but we do still get winter here. So I've done some nice toddler-sized hats. And I've also done some really lovely, this is a cloche style hat, and it's really lovely and elegant on. I should have actually, at some point I will actually put some photos up in another video showing you what some of them look like on. This is a more open weave in this hat. Obviously the one that I'm wearing I also made, and I love this hat. It's really, really pretty, and I'm going to be looking at doing some much lighter weight yarn. I'll probably even have a go at cotton with this sort of design. It's really, really lovely. So because I don't want to bore you stupid if you are really not interested in anything to do with loom knitting and knitting looms, thank you if you have actually stayed and watched this whole video through. I'm actually going to be starting up a monthly video, and it's most likely going to be called something to do with craft. I haven't decided on the title yet. As I said, I will put a link to Tamara's channel because she's the one that I discovered. I'd never even heard of loom knitting, and I was watching one of her videos one day and I thought, oh my god, I have to try this. So that's given you a very, very brief overview of what loom knitting is. If you have any questions at all, please leave me a comment. I will do my best to answer them. As I said, I am going to be starting a monthly series to do with craft and things like that. I am going to keep up with doing my reviews, monthly empties, although they won't always be monthly. They could end up being every 2 months, every 3 months. Yeah, I'm just going to be, I'm going to be branching out a little bit and adding some different content to my channel, which I think has been needed because I'm not big into makeup, not like a lot of the other girls, and there's other sides to me that I think I would like to introduce to the channel. So that's what I plan to do. Yeah, next video that's coming up, I am actually going to probably do a review on a couple of items that I bought that are makeup related. And I will also be doing my first, I think I'm going to do actually videos on loom knitting separately to other craft projects. So if there is anything that you would be interested in, depending on whether or not I've done it or whether I'm capable of doing it, but it will certainly give me ideas and I can go and have a look. I would love to hear any suggestions that you may have. Thank you so much for watching, because it's rewarding for me when I realise that people are genuinely interested in what I have to offer, and I value you all, and I appreciate every single person that's taken the time to subscribe. So thank you, and I will see you in my next video. Okay, bye.